What if you found out some of the most annoying parts of everyday life have already been fixed? In Japan, tiny frustrations most people ignore are treated like real problems worth solving, and the results are honestly hard to unsee. So, before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed, because by the end of this video you might be asking why your country still does things the hard way. And while you watch, tell me in the comments which of these ideas you would want where you live. From restaurants that silently refill your water before you ask to train systems so precise they feel almost unreal, Japan is full of simple ideas that make daily life smoother, cleaner, and less stressful. Some are high-tech, some are incredibly low-tech, but almost all of them make one thing clear. Convenience is not luck. It is designed. Today we're counting down 16 things in Japan that instantly improve daily life. Number 1. Convenience stores that are actually convenient. In many countries, convenience stores are where you go when you have no better option. In Japan, they often are the better option. Stores like 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart are open later all night, and they do far more than sell snacks. People can pay bills, ship packages, print documents, buy event tickets, withdraw cash, and grab fresh meals that are surprisingly good. Instead of being a backup plan, they function like a mini support system for everyday life. Once you see what a Japanese convenience store can do, the name finally makes sense. Number 2. Toilets that seem to respect human existence. This is the example people joke about, but it really deserves the hype. Japanese toilets are built to solve problems most bathrooms still ignore. Heated seats make winter mornings less painful. Bidet functions improve comfort and hygiene. Some public restrooms even include privacy sounds, automatic lids, and energy-saving modes. It sounds over the top until you use one and realize how outdated most toilets feel by comparison. Japan looked at one of the most basic parts of life and asked, why is this still unpleasant? That attitude says a lot. Number 3. Vending machines everywhere, for almost everything. Japan's vending machine culture is famous for a reason. These machines are everywhere, often in places where no shop is nearby, and they are dependable, clean, and easy to use. Of course they sell cold drinks, but many also offer hot coffee, soup, ice cream, umbrellas, batteries, and sometimes even full meals. They turn a small daily problem into a 5-second solution. What makes them impressive is not just the variety, it is the trust behind them. Machines stay stocked, streets stay orderly, and people can rely on quick access without chaos. Number 4. Public transport that treats time seriously. In a lot of places, being a little late is normal. In Japan, transport systems are designed around the idea that your time matters. Trains are fast, clean, frequent, and famous for punctuality. Clear signage helps locals and tourists move through huge stations without total confusion. On many trains, the experience is quiet and calm instead of loud and stressful. Delays do happen, but even small ones are often treated seriously. Imagine planning your day around public transport and actually trusting it. That alone can change daily life in a huge way. Number 5. Restaurants with plastic food displays. This might look like a small detail, but it solves a real problem instantly. Outside many Japanese restaurants, you can see highly realistic plastic versions of the meals sold inside. That means customers do not have to guess what a dish looks like or rely on confusing menu descriptions. It also helps tourists, children, and anyone who struggles with language or indecision. You can literally point and order. It is such a simple idea, but it removes friction before a meal even begins. Why don't more countries do this? Number 6. Silent service that still feels attentive. In Japan, customer service is often excellent without becoming intrusive. Staff members are helpful, polite, and efficient, but they usually do not interrupt constantly or force fake small talk. In many restaurants, tea or water appears quickly, items arrive with care, and the interaction feels smooth rather than performative. That balance is rare. It creates a feeling that the system is working for you, not demanding extra energy from you. Good service does not always need more words. Sometimes it just needs better awareness. Number 7. Clean public spaces without needing trash cans everywhere. One of the most surprising things for visitors is how clean many streets and stations are, even though public trash cans are not always easy to find. That sounds backwards, but the culture of personal responsibility changes everything. People often carry trash until they can dispose of it properly. Shared spaces stay cleaner because the expectation is clear. When public areas are treated with respect, daily life becomes more pleasant for everyone. Walking through a city feels different when the environment looks cared for instead of constantly overwhelmed. Number 8. Umbrella culture that actually keeps rain under control. Rainy days are annoying almost everywhere, but Japan has made them less chaotic. Stores and buildings often provide umbrella stands, plastic covers for wet umbrellas, or designated spaces to leave them neatly. Many people carry compact umbrellas regularly, and convenience stores make replacing one easy if the weather changes. This means fewer puddles on indoor floors, less dripping in crowded spaces, and less random frustration during storms. It is not dramatic technology, it is just thoughtful planning for a very ordinary problem. And if at least one of these has already made you think, why don't we have that? Hit like and subscribe because the next ones get even smarter. And that is why even the ordinary stuff feels extraordinary there. Because Japan keeps proving that comfort is not about luxury, it is about noticing irritation early and designing it away. Number 9. Cash trays that make payments cleaner and smoother. In many Japanese shops, customers place money or cards into a small tray instead of handing them directly to the cashier. That sounds tiny, but it makes transactions clearer, faster, and more organized. There is less fumbling, less awkward hand contact, and less chance of dropping coins or mixing up change. It also fits the broader Japanese approach of making interactions efficient without making them cold. Even a simple purchase feels slightly more orderly, and when that happens all day long, small improvements add up. Number 10. Packaging that is easy to open and easy to understand. Japan does use a lot of packaging, which many people criticize, but one thing it often gets right is usability. Countless products are designed with clear tier lines, clean portions, and labels that make contents easy to identify. Food packaging often keeps items neat, separated, and protected so they stay fresh and presentable. There is a strong focus on the user experience after the purchase, not just before it. In other words, the package is not only there to hold the product. It is there to help you use it with less mess and less frustration. Number 11. Heated tables that turn winter into a different experience. The kotatsu is one of those ideas that sounds almost too simple to be special. It is basically a low table with a heater underneath and a blanket trapping the warmth. But once you understand it, it feels genius. Instead of wasting energy trying to heat an entire room, the comfort is focused exactly where people are sitting. It creates a warm, cozy center for eating, talking, or relaxing. Japan has many examples of advanced technology, but this is proof that smart living is not always about something futuristic. Number 12. Tiny hotels that still work incredibly well. Capsule hotels are one of Japan's most famous travel concepts, but the bigger point is the way space is used. In busy cities where room is limited, Japan often designs around function instead of pretending space is unlimited. Capsule hotels give travelers a clean, efficient, private place to sleep without the cost of a full room. More broadly, small apartments, compact bathrooms, and smart storage systems show how much quality of life can improve when design is intentional. Bigger is not always better. Better designed is better. Number 13. Train station convenience built into daily routines. Japanese train stations are often more than transport hubs. They can feel like miniature cities built around real daily needs. Inside or around stations, people may find bakeries, pharmacies, supermarkets, lockers, bookstores, cafes, and quick meal spots. That means commuting is not just travel time. It becomes useful time. You can pick up dinner, run an errand, and catch your train without adding an extra trip somewhere else. Japan reduces friction by placing useful services exactly where people already pass through. Number 14. Public baths and hot springs that treat relaxation like maintenance. In many places, rest is treated like a luxury you earn after burnout. In Japan, public baths and hot springs help normalize the idea that recovery matters. Whether it is a neighborhood sento or a traditional onsen trip, these spaces turn relaxation into something structured and accessible. People soak, slow down, and reset. That affects more than comfort. It affects stress, routine, and the rhythm of daily life. Japan often seems advanced because of technology, but some of its smartest systems are really about protecting human energy. Number 15. Delivery systems that respect the customer's schedule. Getting a package in many countries can feel like a gamble. In Japan, home delivery is often built around narrow time windows, careful handling, and reliable redelivery options. That means people do not always need to waste an entire day waiting for a box that may or may not arrive. The process feels coordinated instead of random. This is another huge quality of life upgrade that sounds boring until you compare it to the usual experience elsewhere. Reliable logistics may not look exciting on camera, but in real life they are amazing. Another thing Japan does well is reduce decision fatigue. Many systems are built to guide people smoothly without making them stop and figure everything out alone. Signs use colors, symbols, and numbering clearly. Queues are marked neatly on floors. Convenience stores organize products in ways that feel predictable. Even seasonal items appear right when people need them. That may not sound revolutionary, but mental friction is still friction. When a country removes dozens of tiny choices, corrections, and uncertainties from a normal day, people end up with more energy for work, travel, study, and rest. Viewers who have visited Japan often say this is the feeling they remember most. Life seems easier not because people are doing less, but because the environment is quietly helping all the time in ways that feel invisible until you return home again afterward. Number 16. Everyday design that removes tiny annoyances before they grow. This is really the biggest difference of all. Japan does not just create one or two clever products, it builds a mindset into daily life. From clear signs and organized queues to heated toilet seats and train station supermarkets, the pattern is the same again and again. Small inconvenience appears, and instead of accepting it forever, someone asks how it can be reduced. That is why so many things in Japan feel surprisingly satisfying. It is not magic. It is attention to detail at scale. And that may be the real lesson here. A better daily life is not always about giant inventions. Sometimes it is about fixing the little problems people got used to. So which of these 16 ideas should exist everywhere? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy videos about Japan, smart design, and everyday innovations that actually make life easier, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and stay curious until the next video drops.